How safe is an LPG installation in the case of a collision? In order to investigate this, Landi-Hartog commissioned TNO to carry out a test program by way of experimental research. The results of this research are shown in this short film. The first trial was made with a Volvo 265. The LPG tank is filled with water and brought under a pressure of 8 atmospheres. A special high-speed camera is used for filming, running at a speed of 1,000 frames per second. Before the test starts, the LPG installation is subjected to a final inspection. Everything okay? Ready to start. The car is driven onto a winch and coupled to it with a braking pin. In the central control room, all test apparatus is set. The camera runs, the winch operates, and off the car goes at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour until it is abruptly brought to a standstill against a massive concrete block. Now let's have a look at the same scene again, but this time in slow motion, in order that you may see precisely what effective results have been obtained. One thing should be understood. The speed of the car is 60 kilometers per hour. The concrete block, however, with which it collides is completely free of vibration and does not absorb any energy at all. On account of this, the collision produces double the impact stress. In fact, a direct comparison would be a collision at a speed of 120 kilometers per hour. The connections of the LPG installation have stood up well to the impact. Had it been damaged by a pipe fracture, for instance, no problem would have arisen. In such a case, the excess flow valve of the tank shuts off immediately. In the following trial, we test how well the LPG tank stands up to a collision at the rear, for instance in a full rear-end collision. This forms an important test, because the LPG tank is almost always built into the rear frame of the car. For this test, we make use of a rolling block weighing 2 tons, which crashes into the test car at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour. Effective speed, 60 kilometers per hour. It's clearly seen in this picture from beneath the LPG tank that it has remained in position without being displaced. But suppose that the tank had been damaged. Does it stand up well to a severe impact? In order to test this, we mounted an LPG tank against a concrete block. The tank is filled with water and brought under a compression load of 8 atmospheres. After that, a heavy steel wedge is driven into it which has a weight of 2 tons and hits the center of the tank. This causes a far heavier impact than would probably ever occur in actual practice, however, and for that reason forms an excellent test of the reliability of the Witte van Moort tanks, such as are built in by Landi-Hartog. The tank has been heavily deformed, but it does not leak. To what degree the compression in the tank has been increased can be seen when one of the plugs is loosened. In the next test, we use a Volvo 343 with its tank built into the luggage compartment. The stationary test car is crashed into at the rear by another car at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. As you will see, the tank is pushed from its place by the impact. However, when checking, it's found that the LPG tank has remained completely leak-proof. Now we conduct the same series of tests, this time with a large oldsmobile, which is first crashed into a block of concrete at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour, effective speed 100 kilometers per hour. First, the LPG tank is checked. It has been displaced, but it's still perfectly leak-proof. Now we shall check how well the LPG installation has withstood the impact. An electric current is applied in order to check whether everything is still functioning as it should. The electromagnetic stopcock opens and the water with which the tank had been filled squirts from it. From this, it can be clearly seen that the installation has remained leak-proof during the collision. If you should be interested in an LPG installation, we advise you to choose Landi-Hartog. In that way you may be confident of having an installation offering optimum safety, particularly in the case of a collision.